Welcome to English Grammar Spot. This lesson is about a, an and the, otherwise known as articles. Take a look at the following sentences. The man walked right past me. A giant spider crawled across the ceiling. An elephant is a large animal. All the underlined words here are articles. First, I'm going to show you how and when to use a. We use a before a word that starts with a consonant. For example, B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. For example, a blue bird, a nice man, a wonderful dinner. Here, blue, nice and wonderful all starts with consonants. Now I'm going to show you how and when to use an. We use an before a word that starts with a vowel, and the vowels in the English language are A, E, I, O, U. For example, an apple, an egg, and an insect. Now there are some exceptions. The use of a or an depends on the beginning sound, so the word might start with a consonant or a vowel, but we really need to listen at how the word is pronounced. For example, hour. We see an H, but we hear a vowel sound at the beginning, hour, and not hour. So what do we do in this case? We use the article an because we hear a vowel sound, so we say an hour and not a hour. Another exception. The use of a and an depends on the beginning sound. Unique. We see a U, but we hear a consonant sound, U. So what do we do here? A unique chance and not an unique chance. So remember, you have to listen carefully to how the word is pronounced, and then you choose whether you use a or an. Now we need to talk about the indefinite and the definite article. We already talked about a and an, but we also need to talk about the. A and an are indefinite articles. They're used to describe one or a number of things, but that also goes for the. But here the is the definite article, but again, like a and an, it's used to describe one or a number of things. So, what is the difference? The indefinite article describes things in general. For instance, a dog barks because that's what dogs do, or a cat meows. The definite article describes specific things. For example, when we say the dog barks, we have a particular dog in mind. For instance, the dog of your neighbors or a dog that we see in the street. Now there's also something that we call the zero article. Here we do not use an article at all, whereas in other languages we might. Sometimes an article is left out. This happens when there is only one of someone or something. For example, Sally is head teacher. There's only one head teacher in school. And perhaps most important, Elizabeth II is Queen of the United Kingdom. There's only one Queen in England. Sometimes the is left out. When talking about seasons in general, spring is in the air, not the spring is in the air. But when we talk about a general season, we use the. I visited her in the spring of 2012. Here I have a particular moment in mind. Again, sometimes the is left out. For instance, when talking about meals in general. When shall we have lunch? I was very happy with the lunch she served. And again, here we use the because we have a specific lunch in mind. We also do not use an article when talking about church, hospital, prison, school, and university in general. So, the is left out only when we talk about the function of the building. For instance, he went to university last year, so here we do not have a particular university in mind. Whereas the university is well situated, this is about a particular university, for instance, Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, Yale. The is left out when we talk about languages. Arabic is difficult to learn. I love learning English.